create a life of their dreams, right?
Yeah.
One person, before I break this down, I do want to highlight them really quick, is they got world-class education, and this is really cool, guys. For our Wholesaling House for Real Mastermind, I do like highlighting some beasts that we see out here. I do want to give a really quick shout out here to Daryl. Daryl's been listening to our stuff for a little bit, and from our free information, he was able to get a couple checks here. And I do want to highlight him and show you, before we break down these guru secrets of like this stuff works and why this education stuff works and what we say and the people that actually get that information and they do it, right? So let's talk about Daryl, right? Look, 26 grand from a deal. You got another $3,600. There's him in the check with his daughter. I see there. Like, guys, $40,000 check right there. Absolutely amazing, guys. Daryl out here, I do want to give a huge shout out to him. He's been posting on here. He gave a shout out to our free content, really helped him out. Tina says, that's me. What's up, Tina? Awesome. She was in there too. But like, want to give a shout out to him, guys. This information works, right? And I love that we can help somebody out absolutely for free, that, you know, you get that great information and then you take that information and then he actually puts action, right? Daryl never complained.
Yeah.
He didn't have to spend no course, no discovery call. He learned. And this is the result of getting that free education. So when I see somebody, when I see a guru come up to me and say, you know, Zach, there's no skin in the game. There's no way you'd be successful if you give it all for free. I show Daryl, right? I think Daryl had money before he started wholesaling, but like he got the free information. And how big is this check? Let's zoom in. Okay. Get my reading glasses on. But like,
you can borrow mine.
$40,000 stinking dollars. All right. $40,000. Another big check there with his kid. Just checks everywhere galore. He's making this money. He's making it work, guys.
And guys, you know, look at the dates on it. It's all current. So this proves that the program that we offer at freewholesaling.com, if you will follow the advice and take the action and be diligent and follow through, it's the easiest path to make 100K. And honestly, I think me and Zach
I just want to
have more proven. Yeah. I don't even call you guys students. I just call you guys just beasts, because you go out there and do it. We have more success than all the paid gurus, students, whatever you want to call them. Guys, there's a 95% failure rate in the paid coaching business. Me and Zach are here to change it. He is proof that this system works. You're no different than him. You're no different than Zach. You're no different than me. The only different are the ones that actually take action and follow through and have the grit and the heart to get through it. So you need to take this information. Anyone tells you, oh, you know, that stuff for free doesn't work. I'm here to tell you at Flip with Rick with free wholesaling, I believe by now we have more proven success cases than any other coach in the wholesaling business. I'm wide open for the challenge. Anybody shows me otherwise. And by the way, all our testimonials are checked. They're all organic. We don't go sit there and chase everybody down for checks. They post because they want to share with the community. And they want to help people and tell you this stuff actually works if you put it to action. And
so the reason why I'm showing this right here is I do want to. Oh, where are we? Hey, you're the man on here. All right. Yeah. Well, one thing I just wanted, I did want to show this one last time because I just want to show this post for inspiration, and also because before I give you these secrets, these gurus are going to say these are secrets, but you have to pay for the secrets, and if you don't pay for it, then it's not going to be good, guys. I just wanted to show that one post because it really was cool. Daryl just posted this 2 hours ago, but like, not to boast or brag, but to encourage those who feel like wholesaling isn't going how they expected it to be. Been really busy this past month because it was my first month wholesaling. First month wholesaling.
Yep.
Huh? And it really shocked me. I had a goal to do 100K in assignments before my newborn baby was born because this is a business I started for her. All right. This man had a lot of motivation. Okay. I didn't hit 100K, but got very close to right at $70,000 thanks to Zach and Rick for the free game. Definitely applied a lot to the knowledge to get my first deals. And then obviously as JVs and stuff, go check Daryl out. Pretty cool. And this just proves to us and proves to you guys that anything is possible in wholesaling real estate. Anything is possible. What I can tell you right now, it is ultimately up to you. Within under a month, you made $70,000. That was more than I made my first month. Definitely more than you made it in under a month. And
I didn't make that my first
the
month.
question is, how do you make these deals? How do you actually get like this much? It's your motivation. It's your drive, right? Now, me starting out, like there's two types of drives out there in the world. And there's money drives and then there's freedom drives and like an underlining reason. I wanted to quit my bag boy job. I was hungry and I did well for doing it, right? That was a huge hunger, chip on my shoulder. I don't have kids. I'm not married. But what I could tell you is if I was broke and I had a newborn daughter on the way, holy moly, with the amount of hustle I did because I didn't want to be a bag boy, can you imagine the hustle I would have done for that? Guys, he had the motivation.
Trying to tell me something?
No, I'm not telling you something.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, he had all the motivation.
Yep.
Back was on the wall, first month wholesaling. He didn't find an excuse. He got the free wholesaling content and he went to work. And
I think it's a great analogy because we all, like, I hear from all of you. I heard somebody wants to like bring their kids over to the country. I was talking to the gentleman on Monday, like, I got to get my rent paid like in the next few months or I'm in big trouble. Like, those are things that will push you along, but you've got to create your own why. You got to have a belief and you got to have conviction. If you have something really pressing, those people tend to just take more action and they're more direct with what they do. But just because if you don't have that pressing thing, you're going to have to create it on your own. And don't take these fake. There was a saying out there, you know, if I forced you, like if I took your kids away until you got a wholesale deal, would you be successful? That's ridiculous. That's completely false. We don't want to live in a world like that. But the idea is give yourself a deadline and take massive amounts of action. Don't wait for the deadline to be set for you. Hey, I got to pay my rent. I've got a newborn on the way. If I don't make this, I don't know how I'm going to spend time with them. Guys, life is really expensive, especially now. You couldn't pick a better time to get into wholesaling. If you get in to be financially free, to be free with your time, this is why most people get into it. But guys, it doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have these pressing situations, that's okay. But just create the urge. Because here's the good part. You can always go back to what you're doing. Like, that's safe. You already know how to do it. And honestly, you know it's not working out for you. So if you decide to commit to wholesaling, go all in. Be just like these people. The only difference between you and them is they took a massive amount of action. Not all action is perfect. You can do the perfect action, not have a deal in your first month, but you got to keep going forward. And that's the difference between people that are getting deals and people aren't getting deals. If you have one bad month and you want to hang it up, wholesaling is going to be a rough ride. But if you stick around with us, you go to freewholesaling.com, you listen to people just like him, get the motivation, and just keep driving through. Think about Michael Jordan, man. Guy got cut from his high school basketball team, for God's sakes, you know? Nobody's there when the guy's taking thousands and thousands of shots in the gym with nobody standing around. Are you taking thousands and thousands of shots on wholesaling with nobody's looking? And that's the difference. Remember when we was talking about role playing? You've got to practice to yourself. Don't practice on your sellers. Guys, you do not have to be a master. You don't have to be the smartest person to do the business, but you have to take a massive amount of action to fail forward as fast as you can in wholesaling.
I agree. So let's get into it. Let's get in these secrets. Now, I wanted to motivate you guys, just show you that these secrets work. Okay. Like, people take the secrets. So I did want to take some time because I only really want the dedicated people to get this information. I really don't want the people
like the video of the
that want to come in for 5. Yeah, it's like The Secret. No, it's
money.
But the truth is with this is how you take the information and what you do with it's more important than the information. And I do want to tell you before we give it to you guys, because we're giving a lot of game. I gave a lot. The amount of game I gave on closing sellers was 25 years combined of closing information I gave yesterday. And it was insane.
Yep.
And we're going to give some more secrets on it today. But I wanted to make sure that you guys know it's what you do with the information is more important than the information itself. No guru is going to tell you that. I guess this is our bonus tip. But what you do with the information is more important than the information itself. And I can have a case study of somebody that failed in wholesaling that got the same info as Daryl did, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Daryl made $70K his first month and somebody didn't. And maybe they live in the same market.
Yeah.
Is it the market that sucks? Or is it the action that sucks?
Yeah.
And I would say it's the market that the market's fine. It's the action that sucks and the attitude. So I'm telling you guys right now, it all comes down to how you perceive it. So let's break it down. Let's get into this. Let's really share this up and let's get it going. So let's talk about sort of what I kind of talked about before. That was number 7, sort of a bonus tip, gave it away a little, but let's break this down. So number 7 right here. Your income this year in wholesaling real estate is defined by how much you do versus how much you know. And this is something no guru will ever tell you. Every guru wants to let you know there's this one secret in wholesaling that's stopping you from becoming successful. If it's doing bovations or low nations or faux nations or whatever new term they make for wholesaling, that's not going to be the thing that's going to stop you from being successful. Okay. It is how much you do versus how much you know. I've never found a successful wholesaler that said, you know what? I didn't know this one thing and that's what changed. No, it was they started doing more or they started doing the right things. You know, it's a lot of people sometimes in wholesaling really feel like this is something gurus don't mention, but how much you do is important, but don't feel like I'm like this Gary Vee type guy saying you got to grind 15 hours a day every single day for the rest of your life to be successful. It's not that. It's what you do though. It's going to be more special. So what I mean by this is like the guy out here telling me he's cold calling 5 hours a day is not being successful because he's cold calling a vacant list or something in like Phoenix and he complains to me versus the same guy that's cold calling the probates for 30 minutes a day. And the guy who's doing probates is way better. It's not fair that the guy's working so much less, but it is fair because he's doing a list that no other person's doing. So he is being very efficient with his time with the right list. Mm-hmm. And so it's how much you do. It's how much probates you're pulling, stuff like that, guys. So it's how much you do versus how much you know. And knowing stuff's very important. It's 75-25, right? And that's the way I always look at it.
Listen, I'll take someone that will rip through the couple thousand phone calls, knock on the doors, send out the text, send out the mail, and do it in a consistent fashion. Here's the thing, guys. You all think you have to be super stars when you start a wholesaling. No, the person that takes the most amount of action towards marketing and treats these sellers like gold, they're the ones that do very well. Like you can't know your way through this. Like knowing, don't get me wrong, it's important, but would you say, Zach, that there's so many people that study like free wholesaling or lots of other content out there, they know a lot, but they don't do anything, as opposed to you take a guy or gal that doesn't know a lot, but man, they're going to make 2,000 cold calls.
Yeah.
I will take that person every time because I can easily educate you along the way. But the thing is, I can't make you go out there and take the action. That's something you're going to have to hold yourself accountable for. And if you think a coach is going to hold you accountable for that, in the end, they don't care if you do it or not because you already paid them. So it's up to the people that are going to take massive amounts of action. If you skip that part, your income's going to be severely limited, as opposed to the person who knows everything, but they're too good to make the calls because they're beneath them. I will take the person that will take the action every time, hands down.
I agree. So let's go into number 6 here. This is a shocker for a lot of people. This is absolutely true. You have all the tools and the knowledge needed right now to be successful in wholesaling. And I'm saying this truthfully right now. I'm looking at you. I'm pointing at you right now. You have all the tools right now needed for wholesaling success. There is not a specific course. There's not a specific knowledge, guys. You have all the tools. You just got to do it. And what I mean by this, right? There's no secret thing out here that's going to show you how to do something the special way. You might get a little better at it, but it's not going to change it. It's like learning how to actually go out here and start running, right? Yes, you can buy a $50,000 running program and get all the coaches and stuff, but like 90% of the success just by doing it, right? So it's like, how do you get really good at, playing basketball or doing something, right? Like you can watch basketball games for free. There's free YouTube content, guys. Everything, there's not this thing that you have to pay for. The gurus don't like you knowing, but like it's all there. Like if you want to learn how to do pretty much anything in this entire world, it's all on the internet. So I've been learning really a lot because I got this coffee maker, like this really crazy fancy thing. And I'm like, oh shoot, how am I going to learn how to do this? And like within an hour, I learned how to do that, right? I had to learn. I remember when I first started learning how to do stuff on cars. You helped me a lot, but like the internet is like, it shows you. If I wanted to take apart my engine right now in the 1980s, it'd be really hard to do. Like straight up not knowing.
Let me tell you what, guys, doing a research paper in school in the 80s.
I know.
I would reveal my age, dude. I'm back in the Dewey Decimal System when you had to like pick through these cards. You had to go see the librarian. You had to find the book. And in the book, and the average encyclopedia was 4 to 5 years old by the time you're reading the dang thing. So, you know what the fastest communication was other than seeing someone live when I was younger?
Colin.
Magazines,
Yeah.
newspapers. Newspapers were the trading block for
Yeah.
us wholesalers when I started out. So now I go back to where we are now. It's
crazy.
unbelievable.
So
So I agree 100% with this statement. You guys have no idea. You literally have every tool at your disposal. Me and Zach are the only ones that pull the curtain back because we believe this is a basic skill set and we want to make it as easy for everyone as humanly possible. Life's hard enough as it is. You guys have to navigate through all these gurus. When you have a guru, a coach, a mentor that's trying to market the latest secret to you, run, because there's no more secrets and no one secret's going to make you massively successful in wholesaling.
And
I've been doing this 20 years. There's no way.
We do have, they're not secrets because they were revealed in a freewholesaling.com course. But what I could tell you is like when I started wholesaling real estate, you can attest to this and I can definitely attest to this. And YouTube's really good on like dates with videos. I've been watching YouTube since I was in pretty much elementary school. Okay. When I started wholesaling real estate, I literally searched how to start wholesaling real estate or wholesaling real estate first deal, like all that, right?
Mhm.
When I tell you there was literally jack squat when I started out, there was jack squat. Everything was like a little bit of information. But if you want to learn how to close a seller, you got to buy the course. If you want to learn how to do cash buyers, you got to buy the course. If you want to learn how to market, that was it. I literally didn't learn wholesaling from YouTube. And it's crazy because it's weird because everyone starting out now is really learning it from YouTube.
Mhm.
There was literally no videos and they're all like attorneys. It sucked. Okay. It sucked. Even your favorite like YouTuber that maybe did a video like 8 years ago, there's always a course on the bottom and didn't really give the information. So like when I started getting successful and like after a year or two, I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I was like, you know what? I felt so bad that I went to YouTube and I tried to get that like free information and just wasn't there. Let's go do it. You know, hey, I'm 19 years old. That's what I said. I'm 19 years old. I'm like, you know what, Dad? I'm going to grab my phone. I literally grab my phone. Let's record this $50,000 wholesaling deal I'm doing at 19 years old. And that started the journey. And I'm like, okay, what if I'm going to make a video for my 17-year-old self on how to get started?
Yep.
And this is how this YouTube channel was born. And really cool. But pretty much we were the first guys that were doing start to finish tutorials on YouTube. And I mean, the thing's just blown up from there. Yep. But like, you have all the tools, guys. And then I got really good at cold calling. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just do live cold calling? I'm like, when I started cold calling, and I'm like, all right, let's do some live cold calls for wholesaling. And I search, I'm like, no one's live streaming. This is crazy. And I got really good at cold calling. Started live stream. I started doing the things that I was searching for because I needed to grow as a person in wholesaling. And we started doing it, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, crap. When I was first starting in wholesaling, I'm like, you know what? I don't know much about sub twos and lease options. Through the camera behind you, I grab my phone. I'm like, talk about subject twos, Dad. Yeah. And then I learned it. And then I'm like, you know, I got all this info from you. Why don't you do some videos? I started recording you on my phone, and then it goes crazy, right? Because this is shocking, but like you were pretty much one of the first people to talk about subject twos, sub twos, lease options, seller buyback, like seller carrybacks, all this creative finance stuff on YouTube, like 3+ years ago before anyone really went on the scene on creative financing. There's a couple guys
without selling a product.
Yeah, there's a couple guys. They're in their 70s or 80s now. Yeah. They've been doing it forever, but like not big on YouTube. I literally recording you on the phone talking about subject twos like 3+ years ago. Yeah. Insane. Before anyone started a YouTube channel on it. So like all this information you had to pay for. And how did you learn lease options? You literally bought a CD, right?
I bought a CD book,
a big CD book, and that's how you learn lease options. And then what you gained in that head right there, we made a video on. So guys, all the knowledge and tools that you used to have to pay for, no one literally did. I promise you, if it wasn't for us, you'd probably be getting a CD in the mail right now of how to wholesale. This is how crazy these gurus are. But guys, what I'm trying to tell you is there's nothing stopping you right now. There's not this one thing that's going to stop you from being successful, right? There's not.
We've taken that away. So if you have a complete from start to end on wholesaling, and remove the $10,000 price tag, dude, the rest is up to you. Like, you have to do it. I've taken that off to you. So when you come on here, like, let's take action. So when we do the masterminds and the one-on-ones, that's your time to fully take advantage of our program, because you just got a free program. You want to get and talk 10 minutes. We'll deep dive into what's working, what's not working for you, and focus you on a direction to get you to be successful. That's what we're here for. But
let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Let's talk about this for a second. The last thing the gurus got me on, which I was like, ugh, I couldn't beat him on this, right? Zach, you don't know what you're talking about. Rick, you don't know what you're talking about, because when you pay for a course, you get one-on-one talks with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what?
You get 1 on 100.
I said, you know what? Screw it. And so let me give the story on the free knowledge part. This is a quick story. I don't think I've really said this story ever publicly. So this is gonna be really fun. And you've lived it with me, right?
Okay.
I remember I was on a Facebook group, and I'm not going to mention the Facebook group, but I was giving someone had a question on something, right?
Yeah.
And I gave an acquisitions tip of how to close a seller. I got suspended from that group for 28 days. And the guy DM'd me like, what TF? Why are you doing this? That is in my course. You can't be saying that. That's hidden knowledge in the course. And it's one of the largest Facebook groups in wholesaling. And then I was like, wow. I'm like, I've been doing this for 5+ years. And my dad showed me 20+ years ago. He's been doing this for 20 years. Yeah, I know, but that's in my course, so I can't allow it. I'm like, so you're suppressing me from giving free information. And so, you know what I did? I got out of the group. I said, screw it. I made my own Facebook group. I said, and I knew that guy wasn't wholesaling at all. I said, wholesaling houses for real. Okay.
Yeah.
Wholesaling houses for real, because I wholesale for real. I said, no gurus, no selling, just value. And I got like 50 people in the group. I was like, whoa. And what I did from there, then one of the gurus went up to me and said, oh, we do one-on-one calls. That's why they're not going to go with your free stuff. I said, you know what? Fine. I'm going to make this a mastermind. That's what I said. And you thought I was crazy. But you said it'll work, though. I said, anybody who joins this Facebook group, here's a Zoom. Every Tuesday after my live stream, I'm going to go do a Zoom call like a guru. We're going to do one-on-one calls.
Yep.
It went from 50 to 100 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 5 to 10 to 15. Now we're at almost 70,000 people in it, and it's growing
out there, because all the other ones, they're filtering content information. So you have to buy something, and that is a really old school. To me, I just don't agree with it. So it's, you know what? It works. You guys seem to like it. So we're going to keep doing it. And dude, the world's changing. The way people consume content and information. And the idea is to get you up and get you started. And if you like working with us, we give you a million ways that you can spend more time with us. And who else goes live other than us 6 days a week? Like, nobody even does that stuff. And not only we do that, we provide regular videos on all our outlets, all our YouTube stations, our Facebook group, and it works, man. I think you guys like it. So it's definitely worked. There's no more active group on Facebook than Wholesaling Houses for Real. And there's a reason for it, because we cut all the crap out of it. All the spam's gone, and you guys can actually communicate and talk amongst each other without people constantly pounding you with trying to sell you stuff. So I think you guys are waking up. When you get tired of people constantly pounding you and shoving offers down your mouth 24/7, eventually you just got to go, listen, I don't want to deal with this cat anymore. It's just nothing but endless offers. And that's where, you guys decided to make a change on it.
I have a good one. So we have somebody that is not happy with me. So I do want to give a formal goodbye to this man. I'm sorry. Ooh, somebody that sells a course just commented. It looks like this man sells a course. Wow. I can't with this kid anymore. I love Rick, but his son is too much. And I only get comments like that from people that sell courses.
Yeah.
So this person just posted on Facebook, can't wait to go to this quote unquote mastermind, a mastermind for coaches. Yep. The coaches of the coaches mastermind. My boy Dustin right here I literally just looked him up. Just posted. He's excited to go to the mastermind for the coaches of the coaches to learn how to sell people. So I'm just letting you know, the only hate I ever get is from people that sell coaching. So I guess Dustin didn't like that comment because he sells coaching, and some of these, and I'll tell you, when there's a guru out here and I say something, oh no, Zach just revealed a secret that I can't say, that I didn't want him to know. And I didn't know we're going to have a live hater guru in the chat today, but I want to give a formal goodbye to Justin forever. Sorry, Dustin.
Yeah.
Sorry. Goodbye, Dustin. That was a cute one. That was cute. That was cute.
Dustin, what is it you don't like? Is it the truth? Is that what's bothering you the most? I get it, dude. You got to understand, I've watched the back doors of how every guru and coach operates. And listen, some do very well and they have a quality program and they don't do this ridiculous sales hype. But the fact you're attending a seminar to learn how to pull more money and flip more students than you actually do property, God bless you.
Ooh, ready? I go to his website.
Yeah.
Want to work together? Book a session by clicking the expert below
book
button.
A call.
Book a call.
We should book a call.
Sorry,
right
Dustin.
now.
I'm not going to go book a call
Yeah.
because I'm too much for you because I give too much dang information. Jesus, bro.
Listen, Dustin, don't be hating on telling the truth, dude. Listen,
holy moly, we got a live guru in the house.
And by the way, I've been invited to like your seminar. You guys go enjoy it. You guys spend time with Mr. Hogan. You probably got one of those pictures flexing next to him, right? That's a great promo piece. But
Hogan. Okay,
Hulk Hogan.
What about Hulk? I don't know.
Whatever. But like, listen. Don't hate on the truth. Like, buddy. Dustin, I got nothing personally against you. But if you're going to come in your comment and put your name out there, actually, I give you kudos for not hiding behind anything. But like, honestly, I know the truth hurts. I get it, dude. You're in a dying industry. This coach of the coaching, it is just.
I just wanted to put that on there, guys.
Okay.
When everyone says I have to deal with live guru haters, it's funny. I just got to get these guys out of my group.
I think it's funny, dude.
They're all in my group and they're all hating. But guys, just let you know.
Why would you hate on anybody giving free?
I love it. I feed off this energy. This gets me excited. The hat says it all. So let's keep going because, guys, if you didn't think I was going to give this information out, these gurus are watching me right now, stressing because I'm saying this information. You can see him in the comments. That guy is really hating on a 23-year-old kid for giving free information. And it works him up that I'm only on secret number 2. We got a lot more to go. And Dustin's got to watch it. Have fun, Dustin.
Dustin. I am not part of that group where we're going to keep all information secret, share these ridiculous tactics, and then try to take advantage by flipping students. You know why? It's extremely scalable. Woo! You can flip a lot more students than you can houses. I'll even publicly admit it. But you know which direction I'm going in. But
Dustin, you do not want to pull up on a debate with me, buddy.
Dude, don't hate the player. Hate the game,
not be doing that. All right. Go check out the last one. All right, let's talk. Number 5 here, okay?
See how many gurus we can get to check
I didn't know they're commenting.
It's fun.
How does a guru feel like they're so upset that they have to
reality
comment?
Is they think we're actually destroying their business model.
We are.
Yeah, but the reality is, things change, man. I used to do his business model like I consumed it back in 2003, 4.
I can't even see it. I blocked him. So
yeah. So, but
guys, I only block you if you're. I can't say it. I'm not going to say it.
Either contribute or get out of the way. And if you're watching the stream to try to protect your coaching revenue, you're doing it all wrong. Go provide so much value. You blow people out of the water. And I wish you all the best of luck. But don't be watching on me and my son's stream to figure out, oh my God, what are they going to say? You're going to ruin my business. I'm not ruining your business. You're just not changing with the times and you're stuck in the old way. Go provide such tremendous value that people have to flock to your site instead of you going to a seminar to figure out how to pull more money out of people's pockets.
So I just thought it was funny, guys. I just wanted to bring up, we have a live hater in the live guru PD. I like that one. That's true. We got live guru PD. So let's
let him rip.
All these let's let him rip. Let's rip them. Gurus, please come up.
We should
please go in line to be blocked. I would love it. I would love to roast you too. So let's go here. Number 5 here. Let's keep it ripping. Let's get these gurus even more upset. Why not? Number 5. Government lists are free and available. Me by saying that statement is one of the scariest statements you can ever tell a guru.
God, Zach, you can't say that.
It is one of the scariest statements. Take it off, Zach. You know why? First of all, these gurus are mad because we're getting a lot of people watching right now live. Mm-hmm. They're upset everyone's going to freewholesaling.com. They're upset we have all these people. They're upset that they have a 23-year-old out here giving more information than they can ever give in their paid course. But guys, government lists are free and available. But why is this scary?
Well, the reality is, if you are a guru watching, I don't mean to keep harping on the subject, is you should be excited that an old man like me and a young buck like this is attracting so many people to wholesaling. If you truly have such an amazing product, you should be able to you should fill your pipelines. I am doing you a public service by attracting people, making their lives better. So
no one's going to buy your stupid course. All right. So if you're broke, you're going to sell the course. So what I can tell you is government lists are free and available. Why is this scary? Why is this scary for gurus? Number one, first of all, gurus don't know how to pull this list because gurus are broke and gurus do not know how to do this. They don't know how to do this is because they only know one way. How can I go sell you a course and then make money off of a software sale off it? Obviously, we have software links. I do not stray away from that. But I do tell you, and I tell everybody, you should not use software starting. You should use government lists.
Correct.
No other person, and I stand by the statement, there's really no other person that says government lists. Before us,
you just can't make money.
They can't make money off of you. They don't know how to do it. And a lot of these people are making money off of government lists. They can't, the gurus can't make money off of you, and they don't know how it works. And a lot of wholesalers are making money from these type of lists, and nobody really mentions them. So why it's so scary for them here, this is the honest truth. When you got no money starting out, the gurus want you to come out here, put 10K on a credit card. I have statements. You guys send it. I get too many of these sent to me of gurus, actually their support call teams on the discovery calls tell 18-year-old kids, teenagers, put 10K on a credit card and then put it on the software and then start wholesaling. They want you to get 12K into debt. Okay. Ruin your credit to get into wholesaling. When a lot of those broke 16, 17, I was broke at 17, 18-year-olds can actually go out here, pull a government list for free. They live in Sweden, right? Mm-hmm. And make like 40, 50K. Gurus don't want you to know that because they want you to put that money on a credit card when you got no money.
And just to let you guys know, that phone call interview you're dealing with, that person is getting 15 to 20% of whatever you pay just to convince you to take that. Just to show you how inflated the numbers are going to be. So do the math on that. Okay. If you're doing a $10,000 course, they're walking away with $1,500 to $2,000. What do you think their incentive is? No matter what, get this person signed up. And it just, I think it's wrong. You start, like, if you want to do a call to find out, but in the end, do you have a credit card? Hey, you qualify. And when you start paying salespeople 15 to 20%, man, dude, some bad things happen in wholesaling because it's not about you. It's about the sale, and that's it.
And just, yeah, it's
if
funny.
Anyone's got to convince you to do it, you probably shouldn't do it, in my opinion.
I agree.
So
the gurus don't ever mention that. I'm just letting you know, it's hilarious to
15 to 20% right off the bat, dude. You just whoop.
It's nice insane. And money. I'll say this too, just because Dustin really got me excited today. And I'm just going to say this because I don't want Dustin to lose any sales.
I'm sure Dustin's still tuned in.
Yeah, he's tuned in. Watch. I don't want him to lose any sales from this, but I will tell you, a lot of these guru courses are negotiable. So just FYI,
they're all highly negotiable.
So
and now they all have payment plans.
If my boy Lustin is selling a course for $1,000, if you're on a sales call, say I can give you 500, they're going to take 500. They're going to lose out.
No, just say, listen, I go over to freewholesaling.com and they get it for free. Can you match that price? So, guys, wholesaling is a basic skill set to jumpstart you in real estate investing. I'm telling you, it is not complicated. You guys can put in the comments, any of you have bought a course. I've bought courses. Everyone's bought a course. Behind these courses is just really basic information. The latest thing I've seen come up is, well, you get accountability with our course. You won't get accountability with free. I go, dude, you can't be accountable to yourself. Do you really think some stranger guru is going to make you accountable? Do you think at the end of the day, he or she cares if you're successful or not? I know they want you to be, but as long as they get paid, they have a win in their column. And if you don't do it, they're not going to make you do it. You paid them. Like, they're just going to give you the rah-rah speech. So accountability, guys, that's an old tired statement. It doesn't work.
So yeah, it's crazy. Let's go to number 4. This is my most controversial statement I've ever said about gurus. And I get in a lot of trouble from gurus, but it's true. These gurus are broke. And what I mean by they're broke, right? A lot of them, they make a good money selling courses, but as a wholesaler, they are broke. They are mentally broke, and they are a lot of them are broke because they're on their hands and knees begging you to go buy their course.
That's why they do. That's why they do coaching.
Let me tell you why they're broke. They have so much overhead in their guru coaching program. They're spending, I know a couple gurus spending tens of thousands of dollars every month on YouTube ads. YouTube ads.
How many ads have we ran?
0. I've never ran one ad. And what I mean by that is, if no one buys their coaching program, they go broke. And it's crazy. So, like, let's say, for example, and let's give a hypothetical. I've never wished this on anything. But let's say the internet goes out for 4 or 5 years. Okay. It's like a blip.
That might be nice.
No, it won't be nice. It'd be terrible. If the internet goes out, we're back in the 70s, right? These gurus are broke because they can't sell their programs, right? Me, I'll be wholesaling all day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'll be wholesaling like a crazy guy. Okay. I'll be driving for dollars like a maniac. I'd just be wholesaling. It'd be nice. No craziness. These gurus are all broke because they can't sell their little course. Without their little coaching program, they're broke. And you got to understand, you can't listen to them unless they do deals. So, like, I'll give you one example. There's a ton of cold calling gurus out there, schmurus. There is not one guru that will literally hit the live stream button and close 2 sellers in 30 minutes. There's not one on a Zillow for sale button or any cold calling list. There's not one. They'll click the live button. They'll randomize where they're calling. They'll give a completely random list that is 100% it's 100% randomized. You can't cheat the system.
Yeah.
And they'll close 2 deals in that live stream. There's nobody except for me that will do that. So why would you listen to any other cold calling guru if they can't do that? They can't close a seller over the phone. Well, why are you going to listen to their advice, right? It's like going up to the guy that's going to tell you he's going to make $1 billion, but he's living in his mom's basement, and then his mom comes down and gives him dinner for the night. Are you really gonna learn how to make $10 million a month with that guy? I'm sorry, but like,
guys, majority of gurus, the predominant amount of their income, not even in their investments, is from coaching income. Okay, so how are you going to trust someone to give you information when 90 to 95% of their income is derived from coaching? It does. Think about that balance. If coaches had to disclose that, and I know there's no way to ever force them to do it, you would be in shock. Because think about it. If that is their bread and butter, I can flip 500 students. Maybe they flip 5 or 10 houses a year, like being generous. Which do you think they're going to spend most of their energy on? They are going to concentrate on turning and burning you guys, bringing on staff members, getting overheads. This is why you see, guys, when you go to like a seminar, dude, you're walking into an environment, they have to sell you something because that stuff ain't free. They're not doing it for your personal good. They get you hyped, pumped, and motivated and primed to sell something, and then they're out the door. That is ridiculous. And then I already told you guys, when you hear evergreen or lifetime membership,
it's crazy. So let's go to the next one, but I do want to break down this comment because this is funny. This is irony at its finest, and I will bring up irony. We love Ryan out here. Does have great questions. He says, not going to lie, I appreciate your content. It's amazing. At the same time, I feel like all you ever talk about is don't listen to the gurus. I would love for you to watch my video yesterday. I went for an hour straight of how to close sellers, and I have freewholesaling.com. Okay. Why do I say don't listen to the gurus? First of all, because if I don't say that, y'all are going to listen to the gurus. And guess what was the comment before Ryan's comment? You ready to see what it is? This is why I tell people don't listen to the gurus. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Michael said, I wish I've seen you before I spent $7,800. $7,800. So I'm telling you right now, Ryan, does that answer your question? Michael's got 2 kids right there. I can see beautiful kids, right?
Yep.
You think he could have spent that money more wisely than a broke guru?
Oh, dude, marketing, the basics to get set up,
food for kids, roof, electricity, school. So Ryan, I get asked all the time. I'm just saying this nicely. Like, I got nothing against Ryan. Ryan, I appreciate your support. I'm just answering this question. You gave me a question because there's people out here that sometimes can't afford. They give their last dime from a lying guru, and if no one else can tell them that they're lying, it's bad. $7,800, $8-10 grand, and they say, Zach, you gave better information and more information than they could ever have. Because I want to help people out that lose tens of thousands of dollars from these programs. So Ryan, that is why we do it. Okay. You literally saw our boy Daryl out here, $70K in 1 month. Okay. And he learned from me not to buy a course. I told him that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He listens to her and then he made 70K. That's why we do it. Because we have to sprinkle that in there, first of all, so you don't do these crazy broke gurus. So you don't waste your money. Because they'll tell you everything you want to hear.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But
Guys, ask.
yeah, that's why.
We just want to give you options. Okay. I've been in this business a long time. Do you ever notice that most of the coaching, they're so eager to solve all your problems with these marketing fixes like, oh, you're going to flip houses from the beach. And so before you get into it, if you could look at their coaching program, make sure you're not signing any crazy agreement that restricts you. But the minute you ask for this stuff, it's like, no, we can't do that. Remember, once you give them their money, you are done in their column. You're one and done. You're going to get a program far less than what we offer, but I make mine transparent. They don't. And we're just trying to give you options. But so many of you guys are looking for a quick fix with a coach. I'm here to tell you, if you do paid or you do free, you are taking the journey one way or the other, because they are not going to do this for you. And if you think they're going to hold you more accountable and you hold yourself, come on, maybe that's part of the problem.
I'm telling you. And I would love to stop talking about gurus if these gurus, there's top gurus out here that are telling 18-year-olds to get credit cards. And they have their parents that have no money, and they're putting them as the they're putting them the co-signer. Guys, it drives me crazy that this is actually happening, and to the top gurus are actually doing this. So this is why I'm so I talk about it a lot, because if you get into wholesaling and you don't watch your stuff, you're going to have people shoving for you to go into debt. And yes, we talk about don't get into debt for anything. Don't get into debt. There's debt for real estate rentals. That's one thing, but that's for another day. But debt to get a college degree for 10 grand, stupid, right? Because you can get a lot of it for free. Yeah, but at least, but I know that's one road. But at least with a college degree, you can use that and sort of get a regular job that will give you some money. When you got 10K to Mr. Guru with a cool hat, and and you get a free T-shirt. No college degree is going to care about that. No job is going to care about that if you're going to get in it. So I'm just telling you guys, I know we say don't go to college for if you're going to get into wholesaling. Going to college. I mean, I went to college, got my degree. It didn't hurt, right? But there's actually things worse than that, right? And it's getting a guru. So that's why we do it. Okay,
guys, we just want to give you options. Okay. And when you guys talk about it, we explain it. If you look in this entire comment thread, you're going to see there's probably a half dozen people saying, dang, they hit me for this. They hit me for that.
If I never mention it, right?
If I can just save one of you. And by the way, when you get on that phone call, you're going to have a slick talking salesperson. Why? Because they're earning 15 to 20% or whatever you get them. You can't blame them, man. The guy or gal is trying to make a living. They didn't create the system. They're just trying to make money on it. So,
and one last, and go ahead.
No, that's it. I just want you to understand the options, why you hear such desperation on these phone calls, because they want to make money. It's the American dream. I don't even blame them. The problem is you're being sold a system that is really basic information. And when it's all said and done, you're going to get 10 times what you get with that. That's my opinion. I think it's fact.
And one last thing. And this is, Ryan, I get it. It seems like I repeat myself sometimes with it. Unfortunately, I have to repeat myself because let me give you one last story. I had somebody DM me on Instagram yesterday. I didn't actually tell you. I got to tell you.
Okay.
There's a lot of people out here on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and this happens for anybody that has even 1,000 followers for wholesaling. This happens all the time. Unfortunately, this is true. People I'm not going to say in a country, because we have wholesalers in those countries too. There's countries that are known for having online scammers. It's a bad stereotype. I get it, but there are some, and they do this where they'll find, this happened yesterday, where someone made an account. They called it Zachary something Ginn, or they used my name. They used my picture. They added fake followers. A lot of gurus like doing that. Quick tidbit. I just want to make gurus mad. If there's a wholesaling guru that has over 400,000 followers on Instagram, there's a 90% chance they have half of their followers are fake. Half of them are usually from the Philippines, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to upset any more gurus.
You guys pick who you follow.
It's kind of funny. But what they do is they use my name. They make a fake Instagram. They make it look just like me, right? And then they DM you because I have this, it has the same amount of followers as my regular Instagram.
Yeah.
And they say, join my wholesaling course, limited 1,000 one-on-one mentorship. And and it says it's on Telegram, right? Like I don't use Telegram. Guys, the reason why I repeat it over and over again, because there was 10 to 15 bots that are trying to scam you of a grand.
Yeah.
Oh, Western Union it.
We're not
to
going to
this
ask you guys
Asian
for money.
website, and then do it on this like international. Guys, I'm just telling you right now, the reason why I repeat it is because like, hey, this person DM me. I know you always say don't buy guru coaching, and it says you're looking to charge me $1,000. I literally have the wire ready to send. I just want to confirm it's you. But they had second thoughts because they heard me repeat over and over again how I'll never sell a course, and it stops it. Unfortunately, when you have a guru that charges things, those people they steal thousands of dollars from our followers. And that's why because we have all these people. I have one last thing. I have gurus actually doing this too. They said, I am best friends with Zach Kin, and he said I'm the best wholesaler and you should buy my course. I get screenshots sent to me all the time.
Yeah.
And just so you see me repeating why you shouldn't buy a coaching program, because once you get that, you should be like, wait, Zach always says this. He repeats himself so many stinking times. I get it, right? Unfortunately, I have to repeat it at the same time. How many times do you think I've told you guys to pull a probate list? And most of y'all haven't pulled a probate list. Okay? I guess I got to repeat myself more. But I'm just telling you, that's why we do this so hard, because there's so many scammers out here pretending to be me. Guys, I will never, I want to say this one last time in this video, and I'll stop repeating it. I will never sell you a course. Rick Ginn will never sell you a course. We're not going to sell you a guru coaching program. There's no one-to-one mentorship that's paid. It's all for free. It's all here. So that's it. Let's get into the next one here. This is a really important one. Confidence will define if you close a deal. There is nothing else that's really going to be this game changer thing, this secret more or less for closing deals, unless you have confidence, right? You can have the best lines, best, it's confidence, right?
And really, confidence is one of those words that's really hard to describe as a definition. I look at confidence as more of it's definitely a feeling you get. And then also it's not an image you project. It's a character trait you project. So like when I'm doing business with someone, like if they don't seem confident in like what they're doing, I don't get nervous, but like, man, I go really like, can you go get someone that knows what they're doing?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the person that like, can you get your manager? Cause I don't think you know what you're doing. I've watched people, you guys ever go to a restaurant? You have a brand new waitress. Like, listen, it's my first day. Well, I just had this happen last week. And she goes, listen, I don't know everything. She goes, but I'm going to give you the best service I possibly can. I was just like, perfect. And she was honest up front. She bent over backwards. She had to come back a million times, but I gave her leadway. When they come up and they never like spend time with you and they're very nervous and they can never answer any questions, they never get back to you, that doesn't project confidence, and that person won't be tipped well, and you probably won't go back to that restaurant for a while. And the confidence thing is, it's something that you have to start to project even before you have a deal. But once you get your first deals, I can't explain it. It just blows up. It is a proof of concept, and your sellers feel it. And it's one of the biggest secrets that no guru, no one else is going to tell you. Unfortunately, in the beginning, you have to project it yourself, even though you don't have it. So it's like the definition of faith. You have to believe in something, even though you haven't physically or mentally proven it to be true. But we have enough history. We have enough testimonials. I've been doing this 20 years. Zach's going over 5 years. You know the path is there. You just got to follow it. Confidence, guys, is everything in wholesaling. And I'm not talking about, you can't be too confident, but you can't be loosely confident. Once you get confidence, it will change your trajectory of wholesaling.
And so one thing I heard, I did hear, there's only one definition of confidence I heard. And it was really cool. And this is something I tell everyone, confidence is the belief in the words you say and the conviction you have in your heart of what you're saying. And it's really a reflection of that. And that was really the best definition I found, because when you say something confidently, it's just if you believe in the words you say.
Mm-hmm.
So for an example, right, confidence is more important than the words you say to a point. So if I have somebody that comes up to me and I'm a waiter, or if I have the peanut allergy and they say, Zach, I have a severe peanut allergy. Are you sure that this dish has no peanuts in it. And I say, no, it doesn't have peanuts in it. No. And then like I just
manager.
right. And I was like, no, I promise. No, it has no peanuts in it.
Yeah.
I said the same words, but I said one confidently. I said one not confidently. Think about that statement. When I say it confidently, I have a 100% belief. I know in my heart, there's no peanuts in that. When I'm not sure, I can say the words right, but it's subconscious. It's like when you talk to a seller and you smile, you sound happier. Even if you're not happy, if even you smile, it's harder.
You know what the best analogy for it is? You're gonna hate me for this one.
I probably will. Not hate you, but yeah.
And dude, this is not my company, and this company gives me all sorts of internal problems. But like Little Caesars with the Matt Stafford video,
you're obsessed with that one.
It's just like, so the girl's training him, like, Matthew, you ready? He's like, so say pizza, pizza. He goes, pizza, pizza. She goes, say it like you mean it. Pizza, pizza. And he finally's like, pizza, pizza. She's like, we're ready. And that's what you kind of have to do with the sellers. I hate when you go in the quiet, timid voice. I'm all about mirroring, but like sometimes, man, you got to bring it to the house. And it is confidence. Like, do you think how you say pizza makes any difference? Confidence, you can hear it, you can feel it, and you kind of smell it. And I don't know how else to tell you this. It's a feeling you can't touch, you can't smell, but man, do your customers, they know it. Like they just go, have you? And that's when you start. So when you don't have confidence, that's when they start asking you questions that will really rattle you. How long have you been doing this, Zach? How old are you?
Can I get a proof
you
of
don't
funds?
look like you could buy a house. It's just like once you let the weakness of the confidence come, it's going to open a gateway of questions that is going to sidetrack your entire purpose of being there. So how do you get confidence? You practice it. You role play it till it's endless, till it's burnt in your mind. Remember, a good basketball player, Michael Jordan, thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of shots, if not a million.
Well, I said this yesterday. Remember that basketball game when I was in like middle school, like fifth grade? When you remember the TNT night when Kobe Bryant had that game-winning shot and it was like Dwayne Wade guarding him. It was like they were down by 2 points, and then Kobe shot a 3.
Yeah,
they showed like a replay. Kobe really never made a shot like that before. It was like this fadeaway 3-pointer, but they showed him in practice doing it 1,000 times.
Yeah,
never did that before. 1,000 times did that
guys,
shot.
You can't practice in front of your customers, and you.
I told them that yesterday.
All the time, the role play. Role playing is probably one of the biggest secrets to boost your confidence and get you closer. The ultimate booster is getting a deal done. But remember, you can't get a deal done unless you progress on your role playing, which builds your confidence before you do your first deal.
And what I can tell you about confidence, I'm telling you right now, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they've all had confidence with every shot. I've already told you, Kobe Bryant, I think his field goal percentage was like under 50% or under 60%. Like he missed
Shaq's numbers.
No, I know. Well, Shaq's got a good field goal percentage because he didn't shoot. He just lay up. So it makes it look better. But like Kobe Bryant didn't make every single 3-pointer. And he was confident. You're not, even with 100% confidence, you're not going to make every shot. And that's just how the game works. Like, and that's it. So the reason why I just want to give everyone a full disclosure, why you're so crazy about this Matt Stafford commercial. You have Matt Stafford in your fantasy quarterback, and he absolutely got destroyed
me.
And that's why, why you're upset. That's why you're upset.
Pizza.
So
you gotta
it haunts him when he watches football and that commercial
but
comes
you know
on.
The girl in that girl in that commercial is the best part. She goes, "We're ready." It's like maybe we need to do that when we get people on lives, like wholesaling. Like say it like you mean it.
So I'm just letting you know that's why he's
guys.
Upset
How you project yourself is everything. This carries on to your spouse, your kids, your siblings. I'm just telling you. I struggled with this when I was a very young man. I didn't have the guidance to do it. And now that I understand it, you can access this at 14, 15 years old. This isn't some secret you figure out in your 30s or 40s. The sooner you can master this, the easier life will become.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys.
I already told you can overcome anybody's obstacles on average just by overcoming it twice. The average person rolls over after their first objection. And that's the problem with a big problem in our society right now.
So that's why at freewholesaling.com, guys, I tell you, go to freewholesaling.com. That's our free real estate wholesaling course right here. Freewholesaling.com. I'll show you exactly everything you know about wholesaling real estate. Absolutely for free, confidence, all that stuff. The next one here, let's get the next one. this is a great one. This is one that you've been saying forever. I've been
Yeah.
saying forever. You are not lowballing enough. And this is something nobody ever wants to say, but I've said this about acquisitions yesterday too, a little bit. But like, if you want to do 30, 40, $50,000 deals, you're not lowballing enough. And if you're not doing a $50,000 deal, you're probably not lowballing enough. And not every deal is going to be a $50,000 deal. I'm telling you that, right?
Yeah.
You get paid according to the motivation of a property. But a lot of you guys out here are not lowballing enough. You're not using the strategies we teach at freewholesaling.com so you know how to lowball the right way. You're losing so much. And one thing you taught me early on that was a huge game changer for me was just say a number that scares you when you say the number, right? And I started doing that. I started just giving off, like, I remember one deal, I made a huge amount I think I made like 40K, but I was like 18, like stupid young. And I was deathly scared to offer this person. And I did the scariest offer ever and they accepted it and made 40K. And I was like, okay, you know what? The least I'm probably getting is 100K. I offered 70 and they took it. And this is not the one you're thinking about. This is another one.
Okay.
But like 70K and they took it. And the lowest I would have been at was like 100 on that. So like the moral of the story is you're not lowballing enough. And if it was the worst thing to say in a lowball, no, because if you do it right at freewholesaling.com, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. So we teach you to go for no, because I'd rather you be uncomfortable, scared, frightened, and get a better price. So when you go to sell it, you don't get 35 rejections going like, I don't understand what the problem is. You guys know you come on this live. When you come to me and you've talked to 10 cash buyers and they all tell you paid too much, you paid too much.
Yeah.
You did not offer a low enough price. You didn't go for no. The cheaper you get these under contract, the more options you have. And so much in wholesaling is being taught, just get it under contract and figure it out later. In a smoking hot market, you can get away with it for a short amount of time. Those days are over, guys. You've got to buy at quality prices because that's going to be the expectation. So get that negotiation done and upfront once, because if you get the wrong price, you're going to have to negotiate probably 10 or 12 more times between your cash buyers and going back to that seller. So you're better off. You do yourself a service by going for no upfront, and it makes this business easier. If you get an easy yes, you probably paid too much, and you're really going to have to go through 50 or 60 cash buyers to find one numbskull that will overpay for the property.
It's crazy. But guys, you got to start lowballing more. And I promise you, go to freewholesaling.com and show you to do it. And
The worst thing to do is say no.
True. And the last but not least, cash buyers come down to 5 main sources.
Uh-oh.
And
That's
I don't care.
Entire course for people.
I don't care whoever your schmuru is. I don't care what they have to say, whatever your dispo one is, okay? Wholesaling real estate when it comes to dispositions and selling your deals, it all comes down to really 5 main sources, like really main ones, okay? There's no way around it. If you're going to find cash buyers, it's going to be in 5 different ways. And I know it's kind of broad, I'm doing this, but like if you want to figure out any way to find a cash buyer, this is it. Facebook groups and Facebook posts, which I show you at freewholesaling.com.
Mm-hmm.
Cash that literally just people that are buying properties cash. There's softwares, listarea.com, zachdata.com that show you absolutely for free. There are for rents where the landlords are, guys. Realtors, networking, MLS, JV deals. Pretty much I call it networking more or less, all of them, right? And the last one, cash sales come down to realtors also. And the last one's auctions, right? There's not really any other way around it to go find cash buyers. I mean, you could find rich people and then see, most of them are going to be in there. So like if I have a guy and he wants to buy properties and then he wants to rent them out, they're probably going to be in the for rents, right? I'm just telling you guys, like it's all on there, right?
And anyone who's trying to sell you a piece of software that will automate your dispositions,
where they're doing that though, like they're going to go to cash sales and then they're going to revert. Like every dispo software that costs $1 million,
but
they scrape this information.
You still got to make the phone call. You still got to do the work.
Yep.
And honestly, you're not really saving that much time and money by going with the software. So if it's some sort of crazy promise, the software will sell you all your deals for you, you don't even have to work. Dude, that's not going to happen. Like it always requires some sort of work. Somebody has to talk to people. They have to qualify and they have to vet people. And there's no way a computer can do all that for you. Can it take some of the information, scrape it? Yeah. But are you going to pay a huge price tag to do that? Yeah. And you know what? It's probably going to be out of business in a year or two. I would not rely on anything like that. Guys, when it comes down to it, these are the main categories where you find cash buyers. That's it. They all fall in one of the categories. Just use them. You have to go find that information. How you get it is up to you, but you have to pick up the phone and just start calling all these people. And if you think you're just going to text them deals, not in this market. You actually have to work and you have to connect with sellers.
I agree. So those are them, guys.
Buyers,
We
sorry.
have a cool like little bonus one, I guess. We got from Jonathan. We love Jonathan. He's always getting a lot of great comments and support. So shout out to Jonathan. Thank you so much. He says you can always. I've said this a lot. I said this yesterday, and I love. I shout out to Jonathan because like I say a bunch of like crazy wisdom stuff,
Yeah.
and I throw it all. I just out there, right? And then people like take it down, they write it down, and like Jonathan heard that, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a really good one." So he puts in the comments for other people to have, and so he like shares it out to the world. So I want to give a shout out to Jonathan. People just comment stuff and tidbits that we say,
Yeah.
and I love when people do that, right? Because they're giving value to the audience and the people in the comments. So I love it. So one thing I said here is you can, and he says this too. You can always come up in price. It's just a number, but you can never go lower. And I've always said this, and this is true because
it's
think
hard.
think of a negotiation. Ready? Can I buy your house? How much you want to sell it for?
200,000.
150. Can you do 150?
Nah, I'm gonna need more than that.
Okay. What?
175.
120. See, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. Like it just doesn't work, right? I can't go to 200 to 150 to 175 to 120 because
that'll get you kicked out.
Yeah, I say like I've watched Pawn Stars. Okay, I know how this game works. You're right, but like guys, you can't do that, and that's a little like quick tidbit. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's
you know, Jonathan's right there. The idea is that when you go in a low price, I know a lot of you are thinking like, dude, that's the last thing I want to do, Rick. Like that, I'm gonna get no. Just because you offer a low price, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. If you get it, God bless you. That's amazing. And there's probably more wrong with the property than you ever thought was. But the idea is when you put out that price, you're fishing to get a counter rebuttal for them to try to find out what their bottom line numbers. That's the purpose of it. If it sticks, you should probably be concerned. So if you're thinking offering 100 and you offer 40 and the guy or gal says yes, you're probably going to have to deep dive and see why they bent over so fast, because that's not a good sign, in my opinion. I want to hear it, Rick. I can't do that. The lowest I can go is 65,000. Now I'm going to negotiate. I'm probably going to fight for 55 to 60 to get into those numbers if they work under my parameters. But remember, you're going to get rejected on a lot of these. You're looking for some sort of counter. It is just a technique so you can pull it out of them. Okay. If you think you can sit here and just write offers and hand it to sellers, it doesn't work that way. You have to do this. I hate to say it, but some of them are going to play a game with you and you have to play along. If you don't play along, you're not going to get many deals. Every now and then people just roll over and go, absolutely, I'll take it. And I love those, but you can't depend on those. So you got to play ball with them. Remember, if somebody wants more from you and they won't bend or negotiate, make sure you get flexible terms on your inspection period, because you're going to have to find the perfect buyer to make that work out. I don't like to do those deals, but like some of you guys can get away with doing that. So just make sure you got a super long inspection period, 30 or 60 days. Don't go into a deal that's super tight with a 10-day inspection period. You're doomed to fail. So keep that in mind.
I agree. So let's go over some quick comments. We got one-on-ones today too. So we're here to always talk to people, help everyone out.